It's a big copper boiler.
Okay.
That is filled 3/4 of the way with water that is at steam temperature. So your steam is always there, and the steam is in that extra quarter of the boiler that's left, that's not filled. That's where your steam hangs out, just hanging there. So within that heat exchanger, there will be either a tube that goes in and then back out again, or it'll just go right through it. And that actually feeds from the water reservoir to the brew head. And the time that that water spends in that tube within the steam temperature water, how long it takes to go from one end to the other, by the time it does that, it's the proper temperature of about 204 by the time it gets to the brew head.
And why would you buy a heat exchange machine over all the different other styles?
It's much faster. The temperature control is much more accurate, and your steam is going to be twice as fast, and you can brew and steam at the same time.
Cool.
And because I like them. So the boiler on this is copper.
Okay.
It is, I'm going to look at my cheat sheet here. The boiler is 1.5 liters, 1,200 watts, which most of the heat exchangers seem to be. And the water tank is 3 liters. It does not have the E61 brew head. It does have a water reservoir right there, cup warmer, hot water dispenser.
And this happens to be the auto version of this where you can...
Exactly. You can program these volumetric buttons. Otherwise, you have flipper switches, toggle switches like this over here, on, off. And you'd only have one. There wouldn't be two. These are 2 programmables.
Cool.
This is not an anti-burn. Any steam arm that has a rubber thing on it or a finger guard like this is not anti-burn. So you got to wipe that off immediately. Smaller profile. This is a smaller profile of all the machines out there.
And we've got, is that the steam pressure gauge in the back there?
It is. That's the steam pressure gauge. Overflow from the overpressure from the boiler. Cup warmer. You already showed the water tank.
In the back.
Oh, and it comes with a power cord, just like all of them do.
Nice!
Yeah.
That's a real plus.
And runs on 15 amps.
Okay.
You don't
110
need any
volt.
special power.
Cool.
It's compact. The design is really nice in the kitchen. It's built very well. It's got good components. They've been very reliable. Why? That would be one of the reasons that I would buy this for small areas.
Okay.
The reasons I would maybe go in the other direction is it doesn't have the E61 brew head, so the temperature control on the particular brew head isn't as precise as some of the others that have either the E61 or some sort of a siphoning system or a heating system in the brew head.
Is this just being passively heated then?
Passively.
The brew group? Okay.
Yep.
By the boiler once it gets up to temperature and stuff. Okay.
And it would be nice if it had an anti-burn that came from the factory.
Cool.
But it doesn't.
All right. So really, I would say the big selling point of this guy is small.
Size.
Yeah.
And it's nice looking and well built.
Yes.
Copper boiler with brass end plates. They have an E61 brew head.
Okay.
You can. They have different models: herb size Giotto, Cellini straight sides.
Okay.
They come in 3 different models. Both of these come in 3 different models. The Evolution, which is plum or tank, the Professional, which is plum only, and the Premium Plus, which is tank only.
Okay.
So, 1.8 liter boiler, 3 liter water tank back here, easy access on the water tank.
And they both have that, but this guy is the convertible one, the Evoluzione.
This one is, so it's got the black gauges.
Okay.
The ones that are Premium Plus, which is the tank only, will have white gauges.
And where do I change it on here to do one or the other?
I'll show you. That switch back there, that's a solenoid valve right back there.
Okay. So that changes it from mainline to reservoir.
Yep.
Okay.
It sure do.
All right. We got our
Anti-burn steam arm, which doesn't mean that you can grab onto it after you get done steaming. It's still going to be some hot, but it's not going to be nearly as hot as the others. It means that you have more time before you wipe it off.
Okay.
People think that means you can grab onto it. Not really.
58 millimeter.
58 millimeter. All of the ones, all the heat exchangers have a 58 millimeter. Professional portafilter. They all come with the single and a double portafilter. This is more typical in size than the Pasquini. The Pasquini's a lot smaller.
As far as just the overall dimensions?
Physical, yep.
Okay.
You can get they come with this acrylic cup warmer. You can also get a metal cup warmer like this to go on it if you want, as an accessory. There's always, you can accessorize anything.
Accessorize this.
3-way solenoid valve on all these machines.
Okay.
This boiler happens to have an insulation around it. They put an insulation around the outside of the boiler.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a little bit different than like the Pasquini. Didn't have that. The rocket's been very reliable for us.
Okay.
Well built. We don't see very many repairs being done on them.
Mm-hmm.
Good shots. Consistency.
Great steam quality.
Yeah. Look, you know, the fit and finish and the build quality is really there.
What reason wouldn't you buy it, Gail? What's the cons on this? Fair and balanced reporting, Gramtastic.
The drip tray is a little bit small.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see a larger drip tray on these. And it might not be in your budget. You know, each one of these machines is more pricey than like a single boiler machine.
Yeah, so budget could be a consideration. I would say another one, and this is totally subjective, which most things are, is just the sheer amount of this shiny, polished stainless steel.
Yeah, see,
Definitely,
I like that.
well, I'm just saying it is a kind of a fingerprint, and it's, you know, you got to keep it clean, and
every time
you know, it gets
every time you
gungy
do
up
shots,
there.
it gets on the 3-way solenoid valve and it goes on. Yeah.
So it's beautiful, but it does, I mean, there is some kind of aesthetic maintenance, probably.
Windex.
Windex, all right.
That's what I use. I don't mind doing stuff like that around the house, though, polishing things up. So it wouldn't bother me, but I could see that could be an issue for some people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Yep. Again, a copper heat exchanger.
Okay.
3 liters. Let me make sure.
2 liters on the heat exchange.
2 liters on the heat exchanger, and the water is 3 liters. That's where I was. 3. And the water's right back here. Right there.
A tank? Okay.
Yep. And that comes right out of there like they all do for cleaning.
Got it.
What makes this one different is volumetric controlled buttons. Mm-hmm. So you can program whatever you want to come out. This does not have the E61, but what it does have is it has a system of having the water go through there to keep the boiler at a certain...
So it has its own
passive.
sort of proprietary...
Yep.
Okay.
It's got a paddle here for the... it's on or off. And it's a paddle for the steam.
Okay.
This is not anti-burn, but it does have a steam tip on it that the Barista Championships use on all their machines. On the new ones. Yeah, so it's an excellent tip. Hot water over here, 58 millimeter full-size portafilter.
And the hot water dosage is also programmable.
Yes, it is.
And then we've got this version, which is the disco version, the Lux,
or black,
or just with the black theme.
and it does not light up.
No.
And you can you can turn this off if you don't like that.
And then it just kind of looks like an ice blue color.
Yeah.
And then this guy comes in 2 models as well. We've got the tank version.
Yep, this is the tank version, and it comes in plum version. So you
Okay.
have to buy it.
Either or.
You can't switch it. You don't want to be switching this one.
Love the portafilter on this guy.
Yes, the shape and all. It's meant so that when you put it down like that, it's flat to the surface so that you can tamp it.
Ergonomic.
Drip tray right here. Got a little residue left in there, but it does come off.
If you can get it out.
Yeah, my hand hurts today, so I've been working hard.
4 grams. And the
Pressure gauge.
boiler pressure, steam boiler.
Stainless steel all around.
Cool.
Passive cup warmer up here from the boiler if this was on, which it's not right now.
All right.
Volumetric control, exceedingly good looks. I really like the looks of this machine.
It's kind of Art Deco.
Yes, it is. It doesn't fall into the traditional. Excellent shot. The temperature control at the brew head is really good. The steaming quality is excellent on it.
Why wouldn't you?
The paddle is not my favorite,
You don't dig it? Okay.
but it wouldn't stop me from buying it.
Okay.
And the other con on this machine, when you take the drip tray out, let's say it's really full, you have to pull it up to get that out of there.
Because it's got
It's got 2 tabs
Oh, okay.
that go into these 2 slots. And if that was really full, you forgot to empty it in, in a timely fashion, you're probably going to be wearing it.
Other thing that I wanted, and this is a very minor con, but one of my favorite things to do or drink is a few shots with a little bit of extra water. I also love to use my espresso machine as my oatmeal maker.
The water kind of splatters out of there.
Yeah, I don't love it. I don't love the water. You got to be careful with it. So I think
sprays
that
more. Instead of a stream, it's more of a spray.
Yeah, so I've definitely gotten some singe marks on my hand, but it's a minor con. As
Yeah.
long as you know that and you get the cup up close, you're good.
Exactly. I would say the biggest con is the drip tray.
Yeah.
That's splashing. But
And I guess also maybe size. This guy doesn't have, it's probably
big.
one of the highest, tallest machines we have.
it is.
So that would be another thing to keep in mind for your kitchen.
This is when you're remodeling your kitchen and you're going to have a coffee bar. You build the kitchen around this. The
Okay.
Oscar, again, is a copper boiler. And 2 liters and 2.3 liters on the water tank.
So
it's
2 liter.
a little bit less on the water tank.
The same boiler size as its Musica counterpart.
It's the same boiler as the
It's a little
Musica, but the water
smaller.
tank's a little bit smaller.
And we have this sexy red version, but you can
Comes in
also
black.
get black if you
Plastic
want to be more
casing.
subtle.
Plastic casing. 58 millimeter full-size portafilter. That same one as the Musica has, that you can put it like that. Not anti-burn steam arm. Does not deliver hot water. That's the one thing this machine does not have that the rest do. Does not deliver hot water.
And then you're just doing on and off here as far as
On
your
and
shot
off.
is concerned.
Off.
Okay.
Okay. Water reservoir, the drip tray reservoir down here is actually not too bad. It's a little bit easier to get out and pull out.
It's a good size.
It's a good size, yes. It's a very good size.
Cool. And then
what
this
else
is
can I-
just for the steam action.
Yep.
It's a dial.
It actually
canister.
turns counter to what you would think. This, to me, would be turning something off. On this machine, that's turning it on.
Got it. Okay.
That's okay, you get used to it. Passive cup warmer up here area.
Cool.
Smaller footprint than some. And if you don't need hot water, you're going to save yourself between the plastic casing and not delivering hot water and not having volumetric buttons. You're going to save yourself about $1,000.
Yeah.
You're saving quite a bit of money. So if those other things aren't important to you, this would be one of the directions I would go in. It's been a reliable machine.
Yeah, this is a little workhorse.
Yep.
But cons obviously no
No
hot
hot water.
delivery. I don't love how this is. This knob. I don't love it. It's good. It works, but I
It
don't.
works fine. You just have to get used to it. And the steam does a very good job. You can still brew and steam at the same time.
Yeah.
I would say the cons would be the no hot water and plastic casing.
Yeah, if that's a big deal. But this is plastic, but it's a very high quality. It's not flimsy by any stretch.
Well, and it doesn't-
It's
when
a
you
very
s-
hard,
And if
high
you
grade
s-
plastic.
If you see it in person too, it's done nice.
Yeah.
It's a nice plastic. It's not cheap looking. This
Okay.
one's got a little metal flake in it. The red one does. The black one does not.
Cool.
So that's basically our heat exchangers and
Yeah.
what they're all about.
Well, thank you. We do have others on the site. We have the Alex,
Mills.
the Izzo Alex, and the Quick Mills. We don't have them in the store, so
Nope, can't show them.
Yeah.
But basically, they're going to have a lot of the, you can look at our compare page, and they're going to have a lot of the same features as
very
the ones
similar.
yeah.
Yeah. But otherwise, that's kind of our shtick. The Pasquini versus Rocket Espresso versus Nuova Simonelli.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too.
Mm-hmm.